Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here, and today, what on earth's going on here? Well, this is in fact not anywhere on Earth, because the match we're on is the new situation battle of the week, Tigerbaum Dream. And for those who watched the episode in Double Zeta, I'm sure you didn't know if you were watching a dream or not either. That episode made no sense whatsoever. And what makes equally little sense is this situation battle. In this match on a side-free space colony, we have a bunch of the oldest zeonic mobile suits against the Zeta Gundam. But those zeonic suits, they're more like things from my own dreams. Common sense is thrown out of this match, as we have a level 8 Zaku I in bright red, and this Zaku Tank that rumbles around as fast as someone on thrusters. But it's not ending there, as all the zeonic suits are at 450 cost when they're originally more 300 cost suits, going against a 600 cost Zeta Gundam. But first we have a problem in hand. The Haman Acguy is on us and my depression isn't crippling enough. 2 Acguy punches in the face, thank god this is a tank type suit so we can get up from downs really quickly. And then we can finally do our job, beating up the Zeta Gundam. Modified beyond belief, this Zaku Tank is nothing like the 300 cost support we knew. Firepower is through the roof, each shot doing up to 3000 damage against the Zeta Gundam at double the original cost. And this movement speed is simply mind-blowing. And no, you can't put the super speed part on a normal Zaku Tank because you don't have enough close range slots. Rock up a few shots and realize there's enough time to defuse. Slam on the accelerator, knock the thrusters because you just drive around faster without. Back to base in seconds, try to look for the enemy infantry but we failed to do so, because there probably wasn't any. Only after the match did I realize this suit actually has personnel radar, so I should have went straight for the defuse. Oh well, we're doing fine enough even after the bomb. We now know that the Zaku Tank is one straight out of our imaginations, but the other suits are equally unreal. Let's start with the relatively normal Zeta team. You have of course the Zeta and Mark II in their original form, but then you have the GOG at 400 and the overleveled Acguy and Zugok at 450. The GOG and Acguy are mostly the same, but the Zugok, that's a different story. At level 4, it certainly didn't sound too weird, but is in fact the same as the Zaku Tank, hurts like a truck and ludicrously fast. While not enough to make it as deadly as our Zaku Tank, put it in the river in the middle and it can surprise quite some people with its insane mobility. And that's just the start. What's also quick about our Zaku Tank is the respawn, and we're back in the jungle in no time. Probably an attempt to compensate for the disadvantage of fighting against 3 raid types. I'd say it's a mistake because that overlooked this advantage over 2 general types. 3 shells straight into the Zeta Gundam's back blind, and he's almost back to base already. And worse news for the Zeta, the rest of our team is equally cracked. On the Rigil team, you first come with the level 3 Rigil, which is relatively normal on that team. But then you have 4 450 cost suits coming straight out of a Zeonic fan's fantasy. Our Tigerbaum special Zaku Tank is the first of them. Then you have the level 8 Zaku I, the strongest Zogok ever, and a most bizarrely colored Acguy. The Zaku I in bright red, and bright red only, is nothing like the Zaku I we knew. Fast, tough, and hard-hitting. It even comes with close combat program like the Makube goof last week. And as if that's not strong enough, it even comes with enhanced tackle level god knows what. Dealing over 4000 damage every tackle, resulting in 6-digit damage outputs by the end of the game. Then there's the Zogok. Not sure if it's modified or just that good a fit in this situation battle. I managed to do 6-digit damage every time I got on it. With both emergency evasion and maneuver armor, 2 melee weapons including one that instantly downs, and the almost instant stagger accumulation on the boomerang cutter. The Zogok can solo all 3 raid types on the enemy team. Just keep spamming that 6-second reload boomerang cutter. Up to this point, the fight sounds really one-sided. But good news for you, it actually isn't. Well, it's definitely over if there's 3 of me on exactly the Zogok, Acguy, and Zaku Tank, but most of the time, that's not going to happen. And if the Zeta Gundam knows what he's doing and goes after the Zogok, it's pretty much a fair fight. What you don't want to do on that team though, is let the Zaku Tank run free, which is what we're doing here. With the enemy occupied at their base, we just found ourselves a very long sightline where we can make use of the incredible firepower at maximum potential. Even better when you have a pocket Zaku I. Great work. The Zaku Tank comes with 2 different shell types as 2 different weapons. Keep swapping between them and you can bring a constant rain of pain as long as you hit. Add in the skill Precision Shelling, the bonus from scoping in, and the bonus from crouching, and that's another 15% bonus damage. There's also another benefit to crouching on the Zaku Tank, and that's thanks to the skill Stabilization device. Whenever the Zaku Tank is crouching, which is basically just standing still since it has no feet, it reduces incoming staggers by a grade just like maneuver armor. Doesn't stop damage accumulation, but still incredibly useful when trying to hold a position. But the best way to hold a position is to put teammates in front of you. Can't emphasize how important having a pocket Zaku I is. Fighting alone on a Zaku Tank means you lose to anyone in a close quarter fight, but keep up with your team with your incredible movement speed, and you can drop your endless stream of destruction. Tackle out of the way of the Mark II, then we have the last suit of insanity in this fight, the Acguy. With those absurdly long tentacle-like heat rods, give it a swing and everyone in the vicinity gets downed. That game-breaking melee range is just so good, it can go against the Zeta without any weird modifications. Maybe the color scheme. With more damage per shot than you ever need, every shell still slams the raid types hard even after the 20% reduction to damage dealt, and of course slams the Zeta Gundam even harder. Can't see anything underwater, classic jungle issues, we managed to hit one more guessing shot and the game ends. With mobile suits from our wildest imaginations, the Tigerbaum Dream is a situation battle like no other, and one to not miss. You don't always get the opportunity to do more damage than a Zeta Gundam on a Zaku Tank. But the episode itself, not so much. While the Zaku Tank is astoundingly fast and hits tremendously hard, you stand no chance against anyone solo. But by sticking to the strongest Zaku I ever and the incredible Zogok, not even the Zeta Gundam can stand a chance. That's it from me today. Have fun playing this situation battle like no other, and latest.